Welcome to the Lior Cohen podcast, your gateway to reconnecting with your true self and living the life you were meant to live. Each week, we'll embark on a journey of self-discovery, healing, and deep connection with your intuition and inner wisdom. Through guided insights and reflections, you'll expand your consciousness, gain clarity on what's holding you back, and awaken to your passion and purpose. Get ready to break free from limitations and step into a life of creativity, abundance, joy, and inner peace.
Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. My name is Lior Cohen, and my intention is to help you reconnect with your true self and step into the life you're always meant to live. I want to start by asking you two very important questions that most people would struggle to answer. One, who are you? Who are you at a deeper level? And number two, why did you come into this world? And when you ask people, who are you? They would say, yes, I am a teacher, I'm a doctor, I'm a father, I'm a parent, I'm a husband, I'm a wife, I'm a farmer. I mean, these are good answers, but they only describe what you do. It's not who you are, because your title, your designation doesn't really determine who you are at a deeper level. And on the second question is, why did you come into this world? You see, most people make life choices that are not based on who they are. They're not aligned with their true self, with their own values. They make decisions based on what society is offered to them, what is they projecting from the system, parents, education, governmental. And why I'm telling you? Because I was the same. And this is really my story. I didn't know myself. Well, I thought I knew myself, or I thought what I'm here to do is going into technology business. But it didn't come from my own inner knowing. Okay? It was coming from external sources. And that led my life to a certain path that brought me different experiences. Some of them were painful. And realizing that, like in hindsight, looking backwards, it was lack of my awareness of my consciousness that I really didn't trust myself. I was also always looking for external validation. All decisions I was making were derived from external sources. I was talking to family, friends, professionals. I was looking outside of me what the society has to offer, but really didn't understand that real answers, real knowing come from within. I was lacking that awareness. And it's not like I didn't enjoy these experiences. I was involved in working in technology, in tech industry, in different roles of technology roles, sales roles. I went into entrepreneurship. But the thing is, a lot of this experience I was not passionate about. I mean, they didn't last that long. And some of the experiences were painful. Like I had some failures, some wrong decision when it comes to business. But that's really led me to asking myself bigger questions as I move on in life. And about 7 to 8 years ago, I started asking questions after my last experience in a tech startup, in a software startup that wasn't going anywhere. I was starting to ask questions, bigger questions. Who am I? What am I here to do? And really, at that time, I was learning the power of mindfulness and meditation. And that really helped me to clear out all the noise I understand on a deeper level that there's a different perspective to life. That doing the inner work, that how you show up in this world, how we respond, our relationship to others, everything is coming from within. I mean, I used to get triggered very easily before learning about meditation, how to quiet the mind, how to handle emotions. And, when you are angry, when you are mad about some other people, when you are shouting, this is not a very joyful experience because you're losing yourself, you're getting out of control. And it doesn't help you to kind of shouting and get angry. It's actually it's a negative impact on your health from the nervous system perspective. Yeah, you may get the immediate satisfaction of making a point to somebody, of shouting at your friends, partner, children, and you think they get it by even making your voice louder and shouting. But from first experience, it doesn't give you long-term benefit. It actually hurting your health, and you keep on repeating those patterns. And this was part of me getting to know who I am, right? Understanding that I'm not defined by my thoughts and emotions. And being reactive is an opportunity to learn something. It's an opportunity to work on my own shit, if you say, my own emotional baggage that is coming up. Because every time you get triggered, this is just a sign that something within you was never processed properly. This is part of the getting to know yourself. And going back to knowing myself, I said, since early childhood, I wasn't trusting myself. That's really was the main, or I would say, my core wound, my childhood core wound that led me to different decisions in life until I finally got awakened to understand what is really going on and what actions would be more beneficial for me to take, which are aligned with my life vision, which is more aligned with my true self, with my own values, with what I feel is right for me at this point in life. So this is why I can't emphasize how important it is to do this inner work. To first, I wish I had this awareness, understanding at a deeper level when I was younger. But you know what? I have no regret because I'm very happy it happened, because that's pushed me now to go deeper inside of me and understand who I am at a deeper level. As I said, I was experiencing low self-confidence, social anxiety, wasn't feeling strong in my own frame, looking for external validation uh, with other people. Yeah, and that brought me some different experiences. But, as I said, when I started realizing that, my life completely changed. Because now I know how to look at the world. I mean, is there something that every person in the world need to be taught, is self-awareness. A lot of the time, I said, we're not defined by our thoughts and emotions. We're something much greater than that. We are limitless awareness, consciousness, just having a human experience. Because if you let your thoughts and emotion define who you are setting your life for a very limited perspective, and you're going to bring upon yourself a lot of suffering unless you become aware of that. You start observing your thoughts and emotions. And really, what was the game changer for me was learning to go within and to listen to my heart. That's where I could ask bigger question, who am I? Because when we are conscious, okay, with our full sensory experience, we're very judgmental. We operate from the egoic mind. And again, the decision we're making are coming from the external sources, from the external world, from projections, from family, friends, society. And this, this is reality. From young age, from first day we come to this world, we're being conditioned, whether you like it or not, by our family, friends, educational system, governmental system, corporations, media. Now, and if you start observing this and you don't start asking questions, then you become part of that projection. Based on that offering, you're going to make your life choices. But who says it's right for you? But I know I was in this game. Okay? They tell you need to go to university, you need to do this, this is how you should live, this is what you should eat, this is what you should wear. Every system is telling you exactly how to live your life. It's fine to have that experience, but at some point, it is more beneficial to wake up, to start asking questions. And you see, for most people, they go through life, standard path, grow up, school, education, raise a family, find a job, or become an entrepreneur. But at some point, something happened in their life, 40, 50, those ages around that, and there's a life event. Somebody in the family died, illness, whatever, something happened in the world, corporate structuring, whatever. And now they're starting to ask questions, because when somebody is in crisis, is looking for solutions. So my intention here is to give you that awareness that you don't have to wait until a crisis happens. You can do it from a place of creation, a place of joy, not a place of fear and suffering. Wherever you're in your life right now. But this is really an open invitation for you to start asking questions. Is your life path is really aligned with who you truly are? And are you living the life you're meant to live? Maybe you haven't taken the time to think about that because you were on automatic pilot. Everything you have decided was preconditioned for you. And what I found the most effective way to really get the answers is to go within. And I want to share with you a very powerful quote. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honored the servant and forgotten the gift. Albert Einstein. And why I love this quote so much? Because it explains very clearly that most people in this world are getting their answers from external sources. They're looking in the external world. But let me tell you the truth. There's nothing out there. Everything that you do is just a projection of your inner state, of your own belief system, of your own stories you're telling yourself about the world. But if the stories, if the decisions are coming from external sources, then in most cases they're not aligned with who you are, with your own core values. And as I said, when we're talking right now consciously, it's very difficult for any person to be connected to his heart. When Einstein said intuitive mind, he's talking about the heart, okay? The mind is a very powerful brain. It has amazing ability to think, to analyze, to do, to create, but we have another brain which is even more powerful because he has all the answers you're looking for. It's your intuition. This is where your inner wisdom lies. And in order to access your inner wisdom, you have to go within. That's the only way. There's no other way. Because when you are trying to do it outside of you, there's always judgment, the ego coming to play. It's all about me, me, me. You're not getting decisions which are really aligned with truth. Because there's always judgment. So, I actually want to invite you for a short practice just to give you a feeling, a taste. What does it mean to be connected to yourself? What does it mean to go within? All right. So I want you to find a comfortable place, just a place where there's no distractions. Sit down or get comfortable on a sofa or couch. Take a deep breath in and out through the nose. And close your eyes and begin to settle into this moment. Relax the edges of your eyes. Drop your shoulders. Drop them even more. Let your breath soften your body. Thought may come and go. And if you start thinking about this or that, just come back to your breath. Repeat silently. In on the in breath and out on the out breath. Now bring your attention to your heart. Feel the energy there. Picture a glowing ball of light. A yellow energy ball expanding. As you stay with this feeling in your heart, just say silently to yourself, Who am I? Without the noise, titles, and expectations. Listen to what arises. And now ask, what does it feel like to be connected to my true self? Whatever comes, emotions, images, sensations, let them be. Don't resist. Just observe. Now, slowly turn to your awareness to your body. Rotate your ankles, flex your feet. Bring your attention to your surrounding. Take one last breath and gently open your eyes. And just pay attention to what are you more aware of. All right. I hope that was a insightful experience for you. And I want to kind of talk a little about, what was the shift for me. When I started going within, I let go of the expectations, of all the judgment that, you need to define yourself by all the successes, by all goals and performance. Instead of finding yourself, finding your passion, finding your true soul purpose. Because when you do that, when you let go of the judgment and all this external noise, those things happen by themselves. Because when you are here at service to humanity, where you are doing something from your heart with passion, you will attract the success, the abundance, everything you need will be taken care of for you. This is a byproduct of your being, because you are being your true self. You're just being that energy. And one of the most important thing that I can share from my own personal experiences is that give yourself the permission to feel. Because look, when you're starting on a journey of self-discovery, something's going to come up. Shit from the past is going to come up, whether you like it or not. And even if you don't do that process, you ignore that invitation to go within, those experiences from your past are going to show up in your life again and again in different settings. Because remember, who you are, your reality at this moment, it's just a reflection of your inner state, of your beliefs, and the stories you're telling yourself about life. And in those stories, limiting beliefs are embedded. And there's some emotional baggage, and some trapped emotion in your body that have not been processed. And that's why you are keep on recycling the same experiences in different versions. And I've seen this on my life. I've seen the pattern, but I've said, you know what, I'm going to change the pattern. And the most effective way I've found to do it is going within. Give myself permission to feel the messiness, those negative emotions, the anxiety, the anger, the stress, the resentment, the judgment, everything that's come up. I call feel it to heal it. This is the inner work. Because what most people do, they repress these emotions. And they keep on recycling the same experiences. And without doing that, you will never get to the truth of who you are. Because it's like an onion. You have to peel out layer by layer to get to the truth. Stay connected. Be present. Much love, Lior.
Thank you for listening to the Lior Cohen podcast, your gateway to reconnecting with your true self and living the life you were meant to live. Join us every week for a new episode filled with insights and practical tools to help you grow, heal, and step into the best version of yourself. Until next time, stay present and keep trusting your inner wisdom.